Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem. Baruchim Abam. Welcome everyone. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Kuf Lamed Aleph, the laws of Tachnun. So far what we saw, the Mechaber said one should not speak between Shemona Esrei and Tachnun. And the Mechaber said when one falls on their face, the minhag is to lean on the left side. The Ramah says, some say you lean on the right side. The Ikar is, you primarily fundamentally you lean on your left side like the Mechaber, except for when you're wearing tefillin on the left, then you lean on the right. For kavod tefillin. The Ramah says, Ikar lahatois b'shachras k'sheyesh le'tefillin b'smoilai outside yamin. The ikar is that in the morning when you have tefillin on your left side, you lean on the right side out of respect to the tefillin. Uva arvis, we'll see that means mincha time. Oy kishein lo tefillin b'smal. If you're not wearing tefillin, yat outside small, you lean on the left side. So why do you fundamentally lean on the left side? That was the opinion of the Mechaber. We're up to Sivkat and Dalad. Al-Sad smile. There's an idea that when a person davens, the Shechina is on his right side. Shenemar, Hashem tzilcha, Hashem is your shadow. Al yad yaminecha, on your right side. So the Shechina is on your right side. So it comes out, V'nimsa kishu muta al smoilai, when you lean on your left, Panav klape shchina, your face is open to the right. V'im hayamuta al yad yaminai, if you would lean on your right, haya lahepach, you'd be the opposite. V'lo yitachen le'eved lios achorei panav klape adonav. It's not possible. How could such a thing be for a servant that the back of his face should be to his master? So we lean on our left side, because when you lean on your left side, you're facing the Shechina on your right. But if you're going to lean on your right side, it's like you're putting the back of your head to the Shechina, or you're covering your face from the Shechina. Shibali Aleket brings another reason, because on the side that a person accords himself like a free person, which is the left side, he needs to humble himself. So we lean when we eat on the left side. So we should use that side to humble ourselves before Hashem. So fundamentally, you lean on your left side. What's the tzad of the Ramah's first shita to lean on the yamin? Outside yamin, ki hashchina neged adam. The Shechina is opposite a person. V'nimtza smoil hashchina keneged yamina. It comes out the left side of the Shechina is opposite your right side. Ukshumata al yaminai, when you lean on your right, v'hashchina kenegdai, and the Shechina is opposite you. So when you lean on the right, then the Shechina, the left of the Shechina is opposite your right side. So when you lean on the right side, you should be mechavein semoiloi tachas l'roishi v'minoi techabekeni. His left hand is under my head. So we lean, the tzad to lean to the right is semoiloi tachas l'roishi v'minoi techabekeni. Now we're able to do that by shachris, because we taka lean to the right side. So during shachris, when you say tachnun, you should be mechavein semoiloi tachas l'roishi v'minoi techabekeni. When you lean for shachris, you should think the left hand of Hashem is under my head, and His right hand embraces me. So what do we do? V'ha'ikar, the Ramah's hachra is in the morning when we're wearing tefillin, we lean to the right, and in the afternoon, when we're not wearing tefillin, we lean to the left, in order that Hashem tzilcha al yad yaminecha. V'chein das hataz Magen Avraham she'en l'shanos v'minhag zeh v'chein na'ag ha'olam. That's the minhag ha'olam. Rav Moshe, by the way, famously did not do this. Rav Moshe leaned on both hands. Let's see in the Gra. V'afilu lahagra deserve the ikar kamachaber. The Gra holds the ikar is like the mechaber, namely, you always lean on the left side, the tamid al smal, even when you're wearing tefillin. Nevertheless, if you're davening in a shul and the olam is noig like the Rama, you're not allowed to deviate because it's loisus goidedu. You hear this? If you fall on a different hand than the tzibur, it's loisus goidedu. Now, accordingly, if you daven nusach sfard and you're in an Ashkenaz shul, you cannot clap for vidoy by Tachnun. It's loisus goidedu. You also cannot fall on do nefilas apayim right away. You have to wait. You have to first say v'huracham. It's loisus goidedu. Anything which is a public demonstration of your own personal nusach is a violation of loisus goidedu, according to this. Ushliach tzibur. Now Rav Moshe wrote that his minhag he would fall on both hands. Loisus goidedu. That's not like the Ramah. No, Rav Moshe says he was allowed to do that. Why? Because it was nicker that he wanted to be mekayim both dayos. So that is not a violation of loisus goidedu. So he's being mekayim the Ramah, namely to lean on his right side, so that he's not, when he was wearing tefillin. I mean, Rav Moshe held primarily, I guess by mincha he only leaned on the left side, which is the shita of the mechaber and the shita of the gra. The problem is, what about in the morning? So in the morning, he leaned on his right to be mekayim the inyan of.
By mincha also, outside your min.
So Rav Moshe, in other words, he primarily, but he was following the gra. It wasn't trying to be mekayim. He held be'ikar like the gra and the mechaber, that lahatos outside smile. I don't know what Rav Moshe did by mincha, but I'm presuming that he followed the gra. That was his practice. So he would lean on the left side primarily, even when he was wearing tefillin, because lo yitachin la'eved lios achori panav klapei adonav. But on the other hand, you want to lean on your left side. On the other hand, you want to lean on right. So Rav Moshe be'ikar leaned on the left to mekayim Hashem tzilcha al yad yaminecha, the tefillin. So then he would lean a little bit on the right as well, and then he's mekayim smoiloi tachas leroishai v'minoi techabekeni. What about a sheikh tzibur? Sheikh tzibur oimed mi min ha'arayin. Sheikh tzibur that's on the right side of the arayin, which usually is not the case. Tov sheyate roishay ma'at klapi arayin. It is correct to tilt his head a little bit toward the arayin, out of covered for the arayin. Uva arvis, ratzalemer litzad arvis, dahainu b'mincha. By the way, the Rama consistently refers to mincha as arvis, even in Elul, in Taf Kuf Pei Hey, the Rama says that we blow shofar arvis, even though you're not allowed to blow shofar at night. He means mincha. Let's sad arvis, and mincha. She'en anu noigim lahaniach tefillin, umisha meniach tefillin. Someone who puts on tefillin by mincha, gam sham yipal al yamina. He should also do tachnun on the right side. V'ayim chayadim shem tzaded. The Chayadim says no. The azyu chalisma chadas hagra v'lipal al smalai. If you're one of those guys that wears tefillin by mincha, then you could go on your left side. I guess the nafkamina would be for Tisha B'Av. The Chayadim would l'chayra say you lean on the left side but there's no tachnun anyway. So what are you going to do? But let's say on a tainus you decide you're wearing tefillin. A lot of people started wearing tefillin on tanesim by mincha. For whatever reason you want to wear tefillin by mincha, Chai Adam says, for mincha you follow the gra, you lean on the left side. Okay, weiter in the Ramah. Li'achar shenafal panav. After you fall on your face, yagbia roishai, you should lift up your head. V'yischanin ma'at, you should supplicate a little bit. Miyushav, sitting. V'chamakam umakam lefi minhaga, each place according to their minhag. Let's see the Mishnah Berura. Loimar lefi minhaga uve'medina seilo noigim loimar rachum v'chanon. Now, what is Mishnah Berura talking about? Rachum v'chanon. That's nefilas apayim. That's not what you say, miyushav. What about the pasuk Vayomer David El Gad? The Mishnah Berura doesn't say anything about it. The Kaf HaChaim says you shouldn't say it. Why? Because this pasuk is mentioned legabe Puranos, and it's brought in the name of the Gra, not to say the pasuk. Vayomer David Agad Sarli Ma'id. What about Shomer Yisrael? Why doesn't the Mishnah Berura bring it Shomer Yisrael? I'm not sure. In this Siddur, HaSiddur ben Mekayroisav, he says Shomer Yisrael is only for Tanesim. And for 800 years, it was only said for Tanesim, and it said explicitly in the Siddur, it's only for Tanesim. And for some reason, about 200 years ago, it slipped in. The minhag, though, is to say it, but let's say in most shuls, where they don't give you enough time to say everything, and if you're able to say the whole long Tachnun today, whoever here was able to say the whole long Tachnun, either said every third word, or davens in a shul where they, probably most of the people must have abandoned the shul before Kriyas HaTorah if they gave you time to actually say it. So if you want to know what to skip, you should skip the Shomer Yisrael, because that's the latest edition and questionable whether it's part of it. But you see over here, the Mishnah Berura doesn't say anything about Vayomer David Agad, and he doesn't say anything about Shomer Yisrael. V'anachnu lo neida. Back to Ramah. Uminug Parsha Lamar V'anachnu lo neida v'chatzi kaddish ashrei lam natseach. The widespread minhag is to say V'anachnu lo neida. What's the inyan of V'anachnu lo neida? It says Mishnah Berura lefi shespalalnu b'chol inyan shuchal maspalo. You daven in every possible way. B'yeshiva, sitting, namely Racham Mechanon, Uva'amida, standing, Uvenefilas apayim. Now, when did you stand? V'huracham. When did you and Nefilas apayim? K'moshe Asma Shabbeinu V'Hasham Shenemar V'Oisha Bahar V'Anochi Amadati V'Har V'Asnapel Of Hashem U'Meyacher She'im Banu Kayach L'Sval B'Ninacher. We don't have kayach to daven any other way. Anu Oimrim V'Anachnu Le'Neda Ma'anasa. We don't know what to do anymore. V'Roi Loimar V'Anachnu Le'Neda B'Yeshiva. It's roi to say, and we do not know sitting. Ma'anasa Ba'amida. By the way, the sitting that the Mishnah Berura is referring to is the supplications. The Amida that is referring to are V'huracham. The Nefilas apayim is the actual Tachnun. So now we've done everything, so we've exhausted every possibility. We say V'anachnu lo neida sitting, Manasa standing. However, the Aruch HaShulchan says the standing that it's referring to, because we say V'anachnu lo neida even not on Monday and Thursday. And in Nusach Ashkenaz there was no standing. The standing right now is the we don't know more what to do, other than the standing that we're about to do.
Who mentioned V'hurachim altogether? Did we say that yet?
No, we didn't say, but V'hurachim is very early. It's the source of V'hurachim is extremely early. It's from the times of the Ga'inim.
And it's not listed. It's not in the sentence part. Like they haven't mentioned V'hurachim.
Yeah, true. But I'm still not clear why the Mishnah Berura says V'yischanin ma'at. Well, he does. When the Mishnah Berura says, when the Ramah says, "Achshanav upon me, Agbia Rosh v'Yischanim at Miyushav, v'chol makam lefim in Hagai." Oh, by the way, l'chayra, the lefim in Hagai here, that's what it's referring to, the long Tachnun, the Racha Mechanon. Not sure. Okay, let's just finish Rama. Let's see. V'anachnu le'neda b'chatzi kadesh ashrei lam natseach v'afilu b'yamim shein oimrim tachnun oimrim lam natseach. Even on days that we don't say tachnun, we say lam natseach. Melavad, when do we not say lam natseach? B'rosh chodesh, Chanukah, Upurim, v'erev Pesach, v'erev Yom Kippur, v'Tisha B'Av. What about Isru Chag? Yes, you do say it on Isru Chag. These are the only days you don't say it. Okay, Rabbi Say, we'll hold it over here. Shkayach. Okay, now we have the... What? What do you think people are doing when their head is down? They're yenting around, seeing what everyone's doing, And then there are cameras in the shul, the board gets together, and what do you think they do at a board meeting? They watch the cameras.
It doesn't say to say anything when your head is down. It says, it doesn't say to say anything then. It's like put your head down for a moment, and sit up and say that. Because of course this
Yeah, that might be a good diak. Could very well be. That's what the Rama means. Yeah, I hear what he's saying. I hear. Okay.